Hey guys, welcome back to the Wild Wrestling Channel. I am your host, Seth. Today, we're going to look at how bad were my NXT Heatwave match card predictions that I made about like a month ago, right ahead of NXT Heatwave this Sunday. So let's hop right into the video. Play the intro. So first, I thought we would see Hank and Tank defend their NXT tag team titles in like a no DQ match against the Culling. At the time, they were feuding with the Culling a lot, and they thought they were the guys who attacked them. But over time, it was eventually revealed that Dark State were the ones who attacked Hank and Tank backstage. So now at Heatwave, instead of the Hank and Tank against the Culling, as they thought the Culling was the attackers, it's actually Hank and Tank versus two members of Dark State who were the actual attackers. And Hank and Tank are putting on their tag titles. This will be interesting as Hank and Tank have just been chopping at the bit just to get their hands on Dark State. And they finally get to at Heatwave. And it's going to be a good match. But I kind of got it. I got half of it right, and it had something to do with the attackers, but the real attackers are the actual ones who are challenging, not the ones who Hank and Tank originally thought. Two matches that I had happening that aren't happening at all is, first, I thought we would see Sol Ruca defend her NXT Women's North American title against Tatum Paxley. And this did happen. It actually just happened a couple weeks ago on NXT. Instead of them building it up to Heatwave, they just did it right on NXT and saw Sol Ruca retain, which I'm not mad about. I still technically thought they were going to do it, so I still got that right, but I just got it on the wrong show. And the other match I thought we were going to see is Josh Briggs versus Yoshiki Inamura. At the time, they were starting to kind of fumble together and go down the wrong path. And start to become enemies. So I thought this would culminate the rivalry, but they actually had a match just last night on NXT in Philadelphia, had a street fight between them. So it happened on NXT, like the Tatum Paxley match happened on NXT instead of Heatwave. So I still technically got it. It was just I got it on the wrong show again. But those are two matches that I had, but they just didn't happen on this show. Now, there's two matches on the card that I didn't predict at all that's happening. First, we have a triple threat for the NXT Women's Championship #1 contenders match, as Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, and Jada Parker will all go at it to become the #1 contender. I can see why they're doing this, because like we've had a bunch of promos on NXT where like all the women come out and they all want a shot at Jacy Jayne, so it makes sense why they're trying to promote their women's division and try to solve the #1 contender issue. Personally, with me, I didn't know if this needed to be on Heatwave. They could have done this on NXT, but I won't be mad at it. It's going to be a good match, so I like it that way. And the other match I didn't predict is Chelsea Green and Ethan Page versus Tyra May Steele and Tavion Heights. Because they started feuding after I made the videos. Tavion got out of NQCC after I made the video. And then he started feuding with Ethan Page, and Chelsea Green came along, and then Tyra May Steele came along last week. And then last night on NXT, we had the peace treaty, but Ava came out and made it official for Heatwave, this mixed tag match. So those were the two matches that I didn't predict. And so they might be a little controversial if they should be on the card or not, but I still think they're going to be good matches. Next, what I thought was going to happen for the NXT Women's title is Jacy Jayne was going to defend against Lash Legend and Jada Parker. After that event in Houston for NXT, after they had an episode of NXT in Houston where Jada Parker and Lash Legend got in the face of Jacy Jayne and Fatal Influence, I thought this was inevitable and it was going to build up to this. But instead, Jada Parker's in that #1 contenders match, and Jacy Jayne's actually in another triple threat match, but she's defending her other title, the TNA Knockouts World title, against Masha Slamovich and Ash by Elegance from TNA. This is an interesting call in my opinion, because as much as like she is an NXT, so it's cool to kind of promote the title, it does also give a little bit of like people, like it could get people wondering of like, why are you putting the TNA Knockouts title on the line on an NXT show when you could put the NXT Women's title on the line? But either way, I still think it'll be a good match. Lash Legend isn't on the card. Jada Parker's in that #1 contenders. And then Jacy Jayne's here instead. So I still think this will be good, though, because the storyline's really built up to this triple threat. Next up, I thought we would see Blake Monroe go one-on-one with Jordan Grace. This was building up a lot over time, as after that Houston and DDT by Blake Monroe onto the chair. I thought this was going to happen here. It was a really personal rivalry, and I thought it was just going to build over time. And I guessed it perfectly. At Heatwave, it is going to be Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace one-on-one. This is going to be an awesome match, probably the most personal match on the whole card. It's probably going to be really good, too. And I predicted it right on the nose. I just thought it was going to be inevitable. They were building this up really well. It was getting really personal, and they've made it to the point where everyone is ready for this match. It's probably, in my opinion, the match that people are most excited to watch, because it's probably, like I said, it's the most personal match, I think, on the card. So we'll just have to see what happens on the show, but I got this one 100% right. And finally, what I thought was going to main event the show, Obafemi versus Javon Evans for the NXT Championship. After that NXT in Houston, and Undertaker told Javon Evans, as Javon Evans was figuring out what to do next, and Undertaker told him to go after the big dog in the yard, I thought Javon Evans was going to build his way up and at Heatwave challenge Obafemi. And again, I got it perfectly right, as last night on NXT, Trick Williams and Javon had a #1 contenders match, and thanks to a little help of Mike Santana lurking in the shadows, Javon Evans beat Trick Williams and is now going to Heatwave to challenge Obafemi for the NXT Championship, which was going to be a very good match. And again, like with the Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace match, I got this one perfectly. And like with that match, I just thought it was inevitable. Undertaker just saying go after the big dog in the yard. And after Obafemi successfully defended his title, I knew that he was going to be the one he's talking about. And I thought that they would finally get this one-on-one match. And it's going to happen at Heatwave. And I'm going to be live to watch it because I'm going to Heatwave. And it's going to be awesome. I'm going to make much content there, but it's going to be so awesome at Heatwave. Yeah, so I didn't think I did too bad on my predictions. Let me know what you guys think of them in the comments. I think I got kind of around half of the card right. I got a couple matches perfectly correct and some close, but not really that well correct. But like I said in the last clip, I am going to be at Heatwave this Sunday. So you can look for me. Come say what up if you want. And if you recognize me, come say what up. You can look for me on TV maybe if I get on there. But I'm going to be at Heatwave. It's going to be an awesome show in my opinion. And I'm hyped for it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you enjoyed this video. And turn on that bell so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.